Good evening. On behalf of the Director, Deans, Head of the Departments, Faculties and Staff of IIT Madras, I would like to welcome everyone gathered here and online for the 2025 Degree Distribution Program for International Students. May I request the Chief Guest, Shri T.S. Tirumurti, our Director, Professor Kamakoti, Registrar, Dr. Jane Prasad, Dean of Academic Courses, Professor Pratap, and Professor Anbarasu Manivanan, Head of the School of Interdisciplinary Studies, to occupy the stage. I request everyone to please rise for the invocation songs, the Tamil Thai Vaalthu, followed by Vande Matram. Our colleagues from the academic section, Ms. Tamil Chelvi, Ms. Akshya, and Ms. Janaki will be singing it for us.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதிர்ச்சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தனித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே 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 வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் சுஜலாம் சுஃபலாம் மலயஜ சீதலாம் சஸ்யஸ்யாமலாம் மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் शुभ्रज्योत्स्नां पुलकितयामिनीं फुल्लकुसुमितद्रुमदलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्.
Dean of Global Engagement, Professor Raghunathan Rengasamy, who is currently in Zanzibar, in our Zanzibar campus, will be delivering the welcome address to the gathering online.
Hello everyone. I'm really pleased to welcome all of you to this function, which is our degree granting function for our international students. I welcome all the dignitaries on the stage. Very quickly, at IIT Madras, we have started onboarding international students into our programs. And we are really thankful that we have such good students from all across the world who join our programs and enrich our programs. And they are in programs which include MTech, I2MP, MA, MSc, and research programs like MS and PhD. And our commitment to these students is not just reflected in the admissions, but also our office tries to provide holistic guidance to the students, from academic guidance in terms of difficulties they might have to cultural integration in India. And we hope that through this, we truly build a global campus that celebrates diversity, all kinds of diversity. We already have terrific linguistic diversity. Now we'll have international diversity and so on. Very quickly, just to give you an idea of the kind of numbers that we have for students, this is the 2022 graduated students. We had about 33 international students. That was the first time that we put together an international admissions office and did this professionally and seriously. We have the 2023 graduating students. We have moved to 45 students who will be graduating in this degree distribution program. 2024 batch, we have several students. The countries from which they come has increased, and the number of students have also increased. And we are seeing something very nice in terms of students who are pursuing research at IIT Madras through MS and PhD programs from several countries. And interestingly, students who do their MTech, like IIT Madras, and then continue on to PhD, and then we have this upgradation path from MTech to PhD. So overall, the numbers are increasing. And in 2025, we expect to onboard 75 students from several countries that are listed here. Currently, the admission process is going. And we are truly grateful to these international students for integrating within the IIT Madras ecosystem and community and excelling academically, participating in our inter-IIT sports meet. Some of the students have taken part in campus placements and have secured positions in very good firms, both in India and abroad. Many of our students are going to national and international conference and presenting on behalf of IIT Madras. I think it's a great thing that foreign student and international student presence in some country, the research that they've done at IIT Madras. So that's something that's really heartwarming. And finally, we are in the path towards making this a truly multicultural campus, sensitive to different cultures, and making the campus as diverse as we can possibly make it. And we are thankful for the students to being a part of IIT Madras, and we really wish they do really, really well in their career and keep the IIT Madras flag flying. And thanks again. And I hope I would have wished to be here in the campus, but unfortunately, I had to go and be in IIT Madras Zanzibar campus, which again, shows how IIT Madras is taking internationalization seriously. Thank you once again and enjoy the day.
Thank you, Professor Raghu. True to the word of internationalization, the Dean of Global Engagement has welcomed this gathering from the international campus of IIT Madras. Now I request Professor V. Kamakoti, Director of IIT Madras, to deliver the opening remarks.
Friends, we are very, very happy that we have reached a size where we could actually run a very decent degree distribution program. And that is really heartwarming for us. So thanks to the international office and the academic section for taking through this entire process in a seamless manner. I'm sure all of you have enjoyed your stay at IIT Madras, and I'm sure you have a great career in front of you. Friends, as a part of our education policy, the Government of India had opened up several avenues by which international students can come to India, pursue their studies, understand the 5 verticals which Raghu presented, our Indian culture, our Indian form of education, the Indian industry, the Indian market. We are the largest population in the world. We are the largest democracy in the world. We have several types of social, economic, and technical challenges that you can get exposed to as a part of your education system. And I'm sure that will help you in a large way in your profession of understanding what is it that need to be solved and what sort of solutions will work. The fourth important thing is, of course, that India has a very, very large, diverse linguistic base and different varieties of things that you see. The biggest strength of our country is the unity in the diversity, and of course you would have enjoyed this diversity. We want you to take this message forward, and we look at a very strong collaboration between countries, and we really want you to be the ambassadors of this very strong cultural, academic, technical tie-up that we would like to have with your respective nation. And that is precisely why we, as a part of our education policy, want this internationalization, and we have started taking this very seriously. We are the first IIT to have a campus in Tanzania, and I see a lot of Tanzanian students here, who I think the largest is the Tanzanian students here, so a good round of applause for the Tanzanian students. Of course, we would like to see similar strength across multiple nations, and as a part of our 25 admission, this 45 is now going to double to 80, 90, and we must keep doubling, and we would love to see a large international population in our campus. Friends, so this is an open invitation. So you are alumnus of IIT Madras. We have a 65,000 plus strong alumni network, and you, the moment we hand over the degree, you form part of the alumni network. So the alumni network is very vibrant. Anywhere you go, anything. There was a small issue of a girl stuck in somewhere in Italy or some conference, something got lost. We had 5 alumnus to attend to them just by a single phone call. So that's the strength of our network, alumni network. So please be in touch with the entire network, and I'm sure that is going to be a very wonderful journey for you, wonderful contact. Wherever you go, wherever you will find some IIT Madrasian there, and you will also be very, feel very comfortable traveling anywhere. A lot of help can be got, a lot of professional help, a lot of professional contacts. So I think that's a very vibrant network which you should all capitalize. And we are very proud that you are our alumni now. You're going to become our alumni now. And I'm sure to look forward, you being the ambassadors of our country, India's tie-up with your nation, and you with both technical, social, cultural, etc. So we look forward to such strong tie-ups in the future. So I'm also very thankful to Shri Tirumurti. When we decided to have this degree distribution program, very short duration, I thought no one better than a permanent representative of United Nations can be the chief guest for this first degree distribution program. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation and in a very short notice. So wish you all the best, and looking forward to see all of you, many of you, again in the campus, and also many of your friends, your younger sisters should be also alumni of IIT Madras. This is my dream and wish. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor V. Kamakoti, for the power-packed opening remarks and setting the stage right for the event. Professor Anbarasu will talk about the chief guest and introduce him to you all now.
Very good evening, one and all present here. It's my great pleasure and privilege to introduce our esteemed chief guest today, a distinguished son of India and a globally respected diplomat, Shri T.S. Tirumurti. Shri Tirumurti served in the Indian Foreign Service for an illustrious 37 years from 1987 to 2022, representing India's interests with distinction across the globe. He retired as one of the most prestigious diplomatic positions, Ambassador, Permanent Representative of India to the United Nations in New York in 2022. He served as the President of UN Security Council for August 2021 and also chair of 3 committees of the Council, namely the Taliban Sanctions Committee, the Counter-Terrorism Committee, and the Libyan Sanction Committee, navigating complex global challenges with statesmanship. Shri Tirumurti was Secretary to the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, dealing with the Arab world, Africa, development partnership, and economic relations. Ambassador Tirumurti has previously served in Cairo, Geneva, Gaza, Washington DC, Jakarta, and was also India's High Commissioner to Malaysia. He was India's first representative to the Palestinian Authority in Gaza. He served in various capacities in the Ministry of External Affairs, including head of the United Nations Division, the head of divisions for 4 neighboring countries, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Maldives, and Myanmar. He was also a climate change negotiator for several years. Currently, he continues to contribute to nation building as a distinguished professor at the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, and also serves as board of members of Dhirubhai Ambani University. He is also the author of 3 acclaimed books, bringing the world of diplomacy closer to the public through his writing. Today, we are truly fortunate to have with us a leader who embodies the value of internationalism, diplomacy, and intellectual rigor, the value that resonate deeply with our international students community. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Shri T.S. Tirumurti.
Thank you, Professor Anbarasu. Now, our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri T.S. Tirumurti, will address the gathering.
Distinguished Director of IIT Madras, Dr. Kamakoti, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, distinguished members of the faculty, my dear students from various countries, proud relatives and friends of those graduating, and my dear friends. It's indeed a great pleasure to be here at IIT Madras at this very, very special occasion for international students. Allow me to congratulate all those who are receiving their degrees today. This is indeed a very special moment and a culmination of all that you have worked for and achieved over the years you have spent in IIT Madras. You have had the benefit of studying in one of the best institutions of technology in the world. You have had the benefit of being taught by some of the best teachers. You have had some of the best young minds as your colleagues in class. You have had the benefit of one of the most delightful campuses. And if I may add, living in one of the most welcoming cities, Chennai. I would also like to add a special word of appreciation to our director, Dr. Kamakoti. He has galvanized IIT Madras and made this into an institution where pioneering research merges with human mind and ingenuity to produce some of the most innovative products and services for our country and for the world. IIT Madras has attracted some of the best minds from our neighbors like Nepal, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka and others, and also from our extended neighborhood and from other countries like in Africa. I congratulate Dr. Kamakoti for taking the pioneering step to start the first IIT campus outside India in Tanzania, a country with which we have very close historical, political, and multifaceted ties. In fact, India and Africa have very close relationship built on the foundation of our common struggle against colonialism, Mahatma Gandhi's life in South Africa for more than 2 decades, strong bonds of friendship between our leaders and our peoples, our sharing of developmental goals as non-aligned and as developing countries, defense and security ties, strong educational ties like we see many amongst you, and a range of other multifaceted relations. The day is not far off when India and Africa will have permanent seats in the UN Security Council. My dear students, while what you have learned here at IIT Madras will no doubt be the beacon for your path ahead, you would have already realized by now that with all the knowledge at your command, with all the technological breakthrough that has taken place, with all the cutting-edge science and technology we have fashioned for mankind, we are still caught in a world order which is breaking down. In fact, it is willfully and not inadvertently being broken down. And those who are breaking it down are some of the major powers themselves who took advantage of it. We have a world steeped in conflicts and wars, making it more and more difficult, especially for developing countries. And I know that most of you are from developing countries. For developing countries to harness science and technology for their own development and for their people. You are inheriting a world which desperately needs peace and security, without which we will seriously set back some of the gains we have made over the decades. When you, youngsters and students, look around, you see wars and conflicts taking away thousands of lives, young lives, children, and women. You see that in Gaza, Israel, the Middle East, in Sudan, in Haiti, and in Ukraine, which is in the heart of Europe. More than 53,000 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza. On the other hand, Hamas continues to hold on to Israeli hostages. Palestinians in Gaza don't have any educational institutions left, schools or colleges. Not many of you may know that the civil war in Sudan has left more than 100,000 dead over 2 years. But the world looks the other way. We have become numb to killing and violence. It is more than 1,400 days since Taliban banned girls from schools in Afghanistan. All this does not stir our conscience anymore. We seem to have lost our sense of values and morality. Proxy wars and non-state actors are also taking center stage. Look at how the West is fighting Russia through Ukraine. Look at Israel being fought through non-state actors like Hezbollah in Lebanon and Houthis in Yemen. And in the midst of these wars and conflicts within states and between states and non-state actors, the biggest non-state actors, terrorists and terrorist groups, have once again come to our soil in Pahalgam from across our borders, taking away 26 innocent lives. Before I come to Operation Sindoor, let me mention that one of the regions reeling under terror is Africa, from the Sahel region to Mozambique. The Sahel region accounted for more than half of all the terrorism-related deaths last year. 5 of the 10 countries most impacted by terrorism are in this region. Terrorism deaths in Africa are now 10 times higher than in 2019. Our own subcontinent has faced terror, like in India and in Sri Lanka, or even genocide, like in Bangladesh before the 1971 War of Liberation. This brings home to all of us yet again that defense and security on the one hand, and development and progress on the other are two sides of the same coin. We cannot pretend that we can achieve one without the other. Our societies need peace and stability for progress and for ensuring fundamental rights to our people. All the ambitions you youngsters have to contribute to the growth and development of your respective countries will need to also factor in the role which violence and terror play in your societies. Friends, Operation Sindoor has irrevocably reset the rules of engagement between India and Pakistan for cross-border terror. Firstly, as the Prime Minister of India has said, India will not differentiate between the government sponsoring terrorism and the masterminds of terrorism. This is the new normal. Pushing terrorists across the border when snow melts is no more an option without serious repercussions and costs. Pakistan will be held accountable. Secondly, terrorism will be met with a strong response, a clear signal of zero tolerance policy on terror. the cost of any such misadventure will be huge. Moreover, India has focused on establishing a comprehensive deterrence which includes both military and non-military measures. By holding in abeyance the Indus Water Treaty, which has been unfair to India since its inception, we have served notice that we cannot agree to the status quo of the Indus Water Treaty or on cross-border terror. Further, you have also seen that contrary to what the terrorists tried to achieve, which was to target Hindu tourists and create a communal divide in India, they have achieved exactly the opposite. Indians cutting across religions and regions have come together in solidarity with the victims of terror. In addition, India has conclusively called the nuclear bluff, which the world has routinely parroted. India has shed itself of the shackles of the nuclear bogey, and this is a game changer. The false equivalence between the victim, India, and the perpetrator, Pakistan, have been exposed, and India has showed that it is capable of decisively handling terror attacks on its own. That said, the path forward is by no means easy. They will try to disrupt us again. As we say, eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. And may I add that external vigilance is also the price of liberty. Friends, at a time when we are facing a breakdown of the world order, democracy is coming under threat, breakdown of the multilateral system, international law being violated with impunity, tariffs undermining the global trading system, and global south coming under severe pressure, there is also a silver lining. That's because we are now confronted with global challenges which cry for global solutions. In resolving these global challenges, every country has to work closely with each other. Developed countries need developing countries and vice versa. These are challenges bigger than what a single nation can deal with. By this, I mean climate change and environment, energy, sustainable development, technology, especially cyber, artificial intelligence, outer space, the oceans, and pandemics like COVID-19. As I said, these are challenges which are bigger than what a single nation state can deal with. The world is forcing us to work together. Since we have created an interdependent world, it is useless to pretend that we are at war with ourselves. While many countries have realized this, some are still trying to fight this interdependency. The more you fight this interdependency, the more you fragment the world. The poet and Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore dreamt of a world which has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Therefore, to meet these global challenges headlong, the West has realized that the solutions to such problems are not the exclusive preserve of their governments or their scientists or their experts. In fact, in almost all these issues, they desperately need the talent, the intelligence, the dynamism, and collaboration of experts and scientists and governments of developing countries to find innovative, workable, and low-cost solutions to global challenges. For example, the more the United States looked at China as an adversary in the area of technology, the more they have forced China to look for their own solutions, which are now matching some of the best the United States has to offer. Suddenly, we have a Chinese DeepSeek to challenge established open AI and change the rules of the game. In one single stroke, it democratized the emerging AI architecture. Similarly, one may recall how when the world denied India nuclear and missile technology, our scientists developed them on their own. And now we have technology which matches the best which the world has to offer. And you've seen that recently, the use of BrahMos missiles in the recent conflict. Institutions like IIT Madras are at the forefront of cutting-edge technology offering solutions to global problems. Consequently, whenever countries have to meet global challenges, they are realizing that there is no substitute for collaboration. This includes not just technology, but every aspect of human endeavor. And you will find that in almost all these challenges, India's contribution is vital to meet global goals. However, even after all this, the will of the developed countries to meet their fair share of commitments to assist developing countries is missing. They are overwhelmed by the various disruptions to their worldview, both from within and without. But even worse, instead of collaborating with the global south, the developed world is trying to shift rather short-sightedly their burden to us, but still want to enjoy the fruits of our labor. For example, in climate change, majority of the countries, like in Africa, are those who never contributed to climate change, but are facing the maximum adverse impact from it. But the developed countries are nowhere near to meeting their own mitigation commitments or financing commitments for small developing states. In fact, India rubbished their financial pledges to assist developing countries as an optical illusion. But even worse, they want to transfer their unfulfilled commitments on mitigation and adaptation to countries like India and China and Brazil and other emerging powers. When rebalancing of power takes place, the process is always painful. Friends, we now have a world far more advanced than ever before. We have everything we need to live together in harmony. We are gradually realizing that if we do not sail together, we will sink together. What we lack is leadership and direction and a moral compass. And India, with its democratic, multicultural, and pluralistic ethos and heritage, is eminently poised to play such a role of leadership. Our larger global interests will be better served if we seize the opportunity to play a bigger leadership geopolitical role. The leadership of India in many ways is necessary and inevitable. As you all walk out of the portals of IIT Madras into this wide world, you will do well to remember the words of a very great philosopher, Swami Vivekananda. And he said, "This world is neither good nor evil. Every person manufactures a world for himself or herself." So even if you come from different countries and backgrounds, it is indeed in your hands to shape your future and that of your people, your society, and your country. I take this opportunity to wish every one of you all success in your endeavors, and I thank IIT Madras for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts on this very important occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was a very inspiring speech. Now, before moving on to the degree distribution, isn't it very important for us to understand the international students' experience? So we have a couple of students who are ready to share their experience at IIT Madras with us. I invite Mr. Yugesh, a graduating I2MP MTech student in biomedical engineering from the Department of Applied Mechanics and Biomedical Engineering he is basically from Mauritius, and he is going to share his experience during his stay at IIT Madras.
A very warm greeting to the Honorable Director, Deans, HOD, invited guests, professors, fellow graduates, and any distinguished guests present here. Standing today here at the culmination of my I2MP MTech program in biomedical engineering brings back a flood of memories. I still vividly remember my first moment stepping into this campus, a place cooler, greener, and more peaceful than the chaotic, exhausting journey from the airport I just had completed. As an international student, the early days were filled with uncertainty, We were unfamiliar with the academic system, the culture, the rhythms of life on campus. However, the Global Engagement Office played an instrumental role in guiding us from the very beginning. They supported us with care, clarity, helping us transition from the lives we left behind to the unique world of IIT Madras. I express my heartfelt gratitude to the entire GE team. I am also sincerely grateful to the ICCR for awarding me the scholarship that made my studies here possible, providing a sense of confidence and validation in my academic pursuit. Pursuing a career in preclinical research has long been my aspiration, and the biomedical engineering program here has been the perfect foundation for that journey. I was able to take courses in departments like mechanical engineering, biotechnology, and electrical engineering because of this interdisciplinary program, which has expanded my skills. The professors not only shared knowledge, but also introduced us to innovative learning methods that encourage critical thinking and curiosity. Their mentorship has been invaluable. One place I will truly miss is my lab, the cell mechanics lab, where I spent most of my time over these past 22 months, going early at 9 a.m. in the morning, coming back around 1 a.m. or even midnight. It became more than just a workspace. It was a place of discovery, challenges, and growth. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to my project supervisor, Professor Bajpai, and my faculty advisor, Professor Sujata, for their unwavering support, insightful teachings, and constant encouragement. Your guidance has made a lasting impact on me. At this moment of reflection, I also want to acknowledge those whose contributions often go unspoken but are deeply felt, the people who keep our campus and hostels clean, the security personnel, the hostel management, and the administrative staff who register our courses and quietly ensure we are on track academically. Though they may not be directly involved in our research or classrooms, their work makes our journey possible. To all of them, I offer my sincere thanks. This journey would have been incomplete without some friends who have been part of the fun and even the nuances. I would like to give my best wishes and thanks to my Indian friends. Some of them are present here and some of them are not, who have been part of my lab, classroom, and more spaces. As we stand here on the edge of new beginnings, we always try to remember our own family. They have been constantly supporting me throughout this journey. I sincerely thank them and everyone who has shaped this journey till now. I wish all my fellow graduating mates present here in this convocation degree distribution program all the best for the future. Thank you. Vive Maurice. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Yogesh. Now we have Mr. Justice Saveli, a graduating MTech student in structural engineering from the Department of Civil Engineering, to share his experience. He's basically from Tanzania.
Thank you very much. Good evening to my fellow students, fellow graduates, distinguished guests, IIT Director and Chief Guest. My name is Justice Maketa from Department of Civil Engineering. It is both a honor and heartfelt moment for me to stand before you today as a proud IIT student and a graduate of Master's Program in Structural Engineering. As I reflect on this journey, words cannot fully capture the gratitude I feel for this institution, a place that has not only challenged me academically, but he also helped me to shape me personally and professionally. Coming to IIT from Tanzania was both exciting and anxious. But from very first day, the warmth, support, vibrant spirit of the campus made me feel at home. The structural engineering program was rigorous, with its rigorous curriculum, cutting-edge research, and exceptional faculty has pushed me beyond my limits and opened doors I never thought before. To to the professors, your guidance, mentorship, deep commitment to knowledge have been transformative. You not only taught us technical part of the course of the program, but also the importance of integrity, discipline, innovation. Whether it was long days in the lab or collaborative projects in the department, all those moments had added immense value to this journey. To my fellow students, thank you for the shared struggles, endless exchange of ideas. I leave here not just with a degree, but with lifelong relationships and friendships and global perspective that I will carry with me always. IIT Madras is more than an institute. It is a living, breathing hub of excellence. It is a place where ideas are born, challenges are embraced, and dreams are built, quite literally, especially for those who are in civil engineering department. As I move forward in my career, I do so with a pride in knowing that I carry the legacy of IIT Madras. With me, I'm immensely grateful for the opportunity to learn here. And I'm committed to applying this knowledge for the betterment of communities, infrastructures, and sustainable development, wherever my path might lead. Thank you, IIT Madras, for empowering me, believing in me, and shaping me into an engineer and a person I am today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yogesh and Justice, for sharing your experiences. It's both inspiring and emotional for all of us here. Now we move on to the degree distribution. We'll set the stage right for the degree distribution. Give us a moment, please. I request the students to be ready. The chief guest, Director of IIT Madras, Professor V. Kamakoti, and the Registrar, Dr. Jain Prasad, would be distributing the degrees to the international students. Mr. Ahmed Hokan, MTech in Biomedical Engineering, Department, Applied Mechanics and Biomedical Engineering. Jonas, MTech in Biomedical Engineering, Applied Mechanics and Biomedical Engineering. Yogesh, MTech in Biomedical Engineering, Applied Mechanics and Biomedical Engineering. Rasaya, MTech in Chemical Engineering, Department Chemical Engineering. Sisai, MTech in Chemical Engineering, Chemical Engineering. No, I don't have. Ritesh Chandra Jha, MTech in Civil Engineering with specialization in Building Technology, Construction, Materials and Management, Civil Engineering. We are pausing for one moment to fetch more details about the graduating students. Kindly bear with us for one more minute.
We have the country, I don't have the names. We have the country, how many?
Yeah, we do have that, but not in one. Or is it okay if we can read it out later after the graduation distribution?
It would be nice if we.
I know, we are trying to fetch it. We are trying to fetch it.
Idris from Ethiopia. Ethiopia. You can say Ethiopia. You can start. Ethiopia. Okay.
Next, I call upon Idris from Ethiopia, MTech in Civil Engineering with specialization in Environmental Engineering, Civil Engineering.
Nepal. Nepal. Nepal.
Next.
Ethiopia. Tanzania. Nepal. Tanzania. Nepal. Ethiopia.
Next, I call upon Lakshmi Narayan Ray from Nepal, MTech in Civil Engineering with specialization in Environmental Engineering, Civil Engineering.
Ethiopia. Tanzania.
Justice from Tanzania, MTech in Civil Engineering with specialization in Structural Engineering, Civil Engineering. Hanse from Tanzania, MTech in Civil Engineering with specialization in Transportation Engineering, Civil Engineering. Abrendra Kumar from Nepal, MTech in Civil Engineering with specialization in Transportation Engineering, Civil Engineering. Rakesh from Nepal, MTech in Computer Science and Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering Department. Abdul Ansari from Nepal, MTech in Data Science and AI. Akhilesh Kumar Mishra, Nepal, MTech in Data Science and AI. Tajuddin Abdullah from Ethiopia, MTech in Data Science and AI. Maira Magoma from Tanzania, MTech in Electrical Engineering Department. Naomi Majura from Tanzania, MTech in Electrical Engineering Department. Rebecca from Tanzania, MTech in Electrical Engineering Department. Fouad Mustafa from Syria, MTech in Robotics Engineering Design. Garib Mohammed from Tanzania, MTech in Industrial Mathematics and Scientific Computing, Mathematics Department. Hafid Jafar from Tanzania, MTech in Mechanical Engineering Department. Musab Ahmed Ibrahim from Sudan, MTech in Mechanical Engineering Department. Humphrey Alex from Tanzania, MTech in Mechanical Engineering Department. Purushottam Ray from Nepal, MTech in Mechanical Engineering Department. Dishniya Vishru Ram Kumar from Sri Lanka, MSc in Physics Department. Sumaya from Tanzania, MSc in Physics Department. Manyasi Baha from Tanzania, MA in Development Studies, Humanities and Social Sciences. Mari from Japan, MA in Development Studies, Humanities and Social Sciences. Sikumbali Bilal from Tanzania, MA in Development Studies, Humanities and Social Sciences. Rakesh Sigda from Bangladesh, MA in English Studies, Humanities and Social Sciences. Brian Danny from Tanzania, MA in Economics, Humanities and Social Sciences. Haji Mohammed, Tanzania, MA in Economics, Humanities and Social Sciences. Haji from Tanzania, MA in Economics, Humanities and Social Sciences. Yaqub Faki from Tanzania, MA in Economics, Humanities and Social Sciences. Yulita Leonard, Tanzania, MA in Economics, Humanities and Social Sciences Department. With this, we have distributed the degrees to the all international students. Now I request our director and the dignitaries on stage to felicitate our chief guest with a memento. So dear students, with the degrees in your hand, now it's time for the graduates pledge. I invite Mr. Ritesh Chandraja, Akhilesh Kumar Mishra, Ms. Dishniya Vishnuram Kumar, MTech and MSc graduates of the 2023 batch from Nepal and Sri Lanka to come forward and read the pledge. I request the students to kindly rise to take the graduate pledge.
We, the graduates and postgraduates of the Indian Institute of Technology Madras hereby pledge that we shall in thought, word and deed ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties, that in all circumstances we shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of our institute and the nation, and that we shall devote all our energies to promote the unity and secular ideal of our country and utilize our knowledge in the service of our nation and society.
Okay, so now we'll start the Santi Mantra, which I tried to make in Sanskrit. Let's see. Okay. Om Sahana
Om Shahana
Om Navatu
Navatu
Sahana
Sahana
Vunatu
Bunatu
Sah
Sa
Vidyam
Viryam
Karvahe
Karavahe
Tejaswina
Devajasvina
Vadhitam
Vaditam
Smritu Ma
Ma
Vidvasavahe
Vidvishabhahe
Om Santi
Om Shanti
Santi
Shanti
Santi.
Shanti.
What a beautiful moment to see the international students taking the graduate pledge. With this, we come to the end of the event. On behalf of the director, IIT Madras, deans, head of the departments, faculties and staff of IIT Madras, I wish all the graduating 2023 batch of international students all the very best and a bright future. I request all of you to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
I would like to make an announcement about dinner. We have dinner being served in the main dining hall at 6 p.m. Kindly help yourselves.